Hi everybody and welcome to this tutorial for When I See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. A track that is obviously a beautiful piano intro and that is actually built on a piano track. The original demo song is written by Charlie Puth, and also there is a version that he plays with just a piano, which is almost similar to what happens in the song with Wiz Khalifa, but there are a few extra parts. I will show you how to play those as well and show you what the differences are between the two parts, so you can decide which version you like best. But first, let's start with that signature piano intro that sounds a little something like this. Now this might seem hard, and actually it is sort of hard to play, but I will show you how to strip it down as well. This is the exact part that Charlie plays. These are the exact notes that are underneath his fingers. So as always, it's built out of chords. So first, let's tackle the chords. The very first chord here is a G minor chord. Now this is your regular G minor, and what happens here in the right hand, the left hand is going to play the root note, a G. The right hand doesn't play these three notes, but there is an extension over here. So actually it's G minor 7, and then also there's a 11. So that's, yeah, so that's the first phrase. Basically you'll start on these two notes in your right hand and the left hand just a G over here, and then you play. So I advise to use 1 and 2 as fingers, because then actually you want to have those three notes underneath your fingers, and try and have this one as it's followed by this one underneath your ring finger here as well. Yeah, that's the first phrase. Then we go to the second chord. So this phrase actually lands on that next chord, which is a B flat chord. A B flat regular chord would be this. So what we're going to do is we play these two notes with the left hand, and we land that phrase on that middle D, if you see over here. So the whole right hand phrase. Okay, that's the first part. Left hand. So when you land on this D, you play a B flat and an F in your left hand. And then there's this signature thing. Okay, so take note, it's these three notes, pretty close to the B flat, only a 9 added. So after you land on that B flat, okay, those two chords after one another. So that's B flat, C, D, C, B flat, C. So it's pretty easy, just up, back down, and then up, landing on that C. Then we're gonna go to an E flat with an add 9. So actually that phrase is same again, only don't play the C over here. Your left hand, you know that this is a regular E flat chord. The third chord is an E flat chord. No third over here, just a 1 and a 5 in the left hand, and the add 9. Okay, so that C is added over here again. So you have a 9 and a 13, sort of 6, and then we land on that 5 again. So there is no third over here, and then okay, land back on that B flat again. So the first four chords are G, B flat, E flat, B flat. Okay, with the right hand added, B flat, and then the second phrase is the third chord, and you land on B flat again. Okay, and then so actually is repeated again. That's the exact same phrase on top here, but now once you hit that D, you also play an F simultaneously here, and there is sort of an F chord squeezed in between here. It's gonna, later on in the song you will see that this F chord is squeezed in at more places. So from that E flat. And now this is kind of a stretch over here. But yeah, it's just, you know, this note is obviously in that piano track. So this is what he plays. If you can't reach this, because you see for me personally it's also quite a stretch, then you could also just double these two. Just double the F. Although it leaves out a pretty important note over here, that third of the F chord. But if you can't reach it, then either play two Fs, or what you could do is... Yeah, so just go to it, okay? Kind of more difficult. Easy version, just the F. The actual version, if you can't reach that, either or. Okay, then we have the whole first phrase. I'll play it for you slowly. Okay, then we go to that second time, which is sort of similar, but now you play that G, what we just did like this. Now we're gonna play two hands, or two notes in the left hand, the G and the D, and not a C over here, but a regular third. So that leaves us with just a G minor 7, pretty nicely spread out over the board over here. This is your regular G minor 7, okay? This note over there and this note over there. I suggest playing it with 1 and 2 again, because you want to do that again. Then we're gonna go to that B flat again. Now not only the D but 2 notes, so it's sort of similar. Yeah, but only filled up a little bit more. Then, and now here's a tricky one again. So kind of a stretch over here again, because you wanna, now there is a third over here, pretty distinct to here. So this is your regular E flat, that note is put over here. Yeah, so it's E flat add 9 now, all the notes are there. This is an add 9, or like this. Okay, so the second round from that G minor 7 chord. And then jump to play a G and an F sharp over here, and the 1 and a 5 over here, the E flat and a B flat. Over to the B flat again. The whole thing slowly. You see me now playing 3 notes over here. That's actually up to you. It's pretty hard to hear if that one is in there, because you know it's a doubled. So either do this or this. Sorry for the interruption. I'll start over, do it slowly, the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, now this is the hardest part, so if you got this, then you're pretty good to go. Okay, then you get to been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Okay, chords, G minor. So this is a regular G minor. Don't play that G over here, just play it in the bass. And a B flat D. B flat chord, straightforward. This is the second inversion over here. So F, B flat and D. To an E flat chord. I play octaves over here now. Then a G, B flat, E flat is the first inversion of the E flat chord. Okay. the second round is actually exactly the same. But then we've come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you about it when I see you again. When I see you again. So we've come along is an F chord. So that's sort of an upbeat chord. We've come a long way. Now we have a G minor 7. So that's what we just saw, yeah? 7 over here. It's actually this chord. I move this one over here, leave out the root. So the only difference that you play is... Then that second chord is now a B flat with an added 9. So basically you'll just add this C over here. Where we began. And our same F. Tell you all about it when I see you again. Again to that E flat, see you again. Okay, so basically that's the chorus. And if the chorus returns, then this exact thing is played again. I'll show you a different option with a little bit higher voicing that Charlie likes to play himself in that solo version. But basically, these are the chords. This is the basic structure of the chorus. Then we get to the verse. Now, the verse is pretty easy if you want to play Wiz Khalifa's version. And I'll first get into that because it's more basic, okay? So one, dun, 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 dun. So the chords are, we've seen those, yeah? G minor 7, B flat. So via the F. Okay, the F is sort of an in-between squeezed chord, like we already saw. Okay, but that E flat chord is basically just a B flat over E flat. Okay, so F, B flat, and D. So the progression, one more time, G minor 7 to a B flat, via F to an E flat, B flat, via F. So how I like to look at it is just you go either from the G flat to the B flat or from the E flat to the B flat, and you always play that F in between, except for the verse time, basically. Okay, I don't know if that's a handy trick. I think it's handy to remember what the chords are. To a B flat, squeeze it in, then we go from E flat to B flat, squeeze it in, G flat to B flat, or G to B flat, squeeze it in, E flat to B flat, squeeze it in, G to B flat, squeeze it in. Alright, now in Charlie's version there is this going on. Okay, so basically what you're doing is not play this inversion, but move it up and play 4 notes. And actually you can just stick to this, or this is the case for that Wiz Khalifa version as well. Basically the G minor 7 over here is also B flat, right? So you're just basically playing B flat all the time, only on the F, with just changing bass notes. So it's F, and then same chord again, same chord again, F, same chord again, same chord again, you see? So it's pretty easy actually, only the relationship of the notes change because the bass defines what the harmony is. For that more extended version, don't take this inversion, but take this one and play 4 notes, and what you're doing actually is just, okay, so you basically just walk, yeah, that low note is only there to sort of fill it up, but basically you're doing that, okay? Okay? That's to get closer to Charlie. You could also play that with the Wiz Khalifa song, sort of to dress it up more, but they decided to take it out because there's a lot of synthesizers and all this stuff going on. Oh yeah, how can we not talk about family? Because family is all that we got. Is the same chords, only there are synthesizers added. Okay, so it's just basically the same thing. Okay, easy stuff. Then in Charlie's version, there is a part that goes, carry on to give me all the strength you need. The chord for that version, real quick, for some of you that want to play that one. Carry on. Okay, chords. Carry on. F and G minor 7. Now, there is a lot of pop piano technique stuff going on in his version, so also I'm not gonna go too much into detail, just show you the basic format behind it, you know, sort of the way he thinks and not the exact notes, because, you know, he also just improvises with those techniques and knows his inversions and all, knows his chords. So F, for example. Okay, E flat with a 9, the major 9 feel is sort of there. Oh yeah, this is another thing that I like from his version, is this yes, it's kind of a lick thing over the F. Real quickly, sorry if I'm going fast, guys, but I want to keep the tutorial sort of acceptable in length also for people that don't want to play all these extras. So, talking about the verse again, okay. Is B, sort of a sus4 lick over here. B flat, A, and then land on the... So that's the second time when you play that F in the round of the verse, then you... Okay, something like that. Okay, then we get back to a chorus, which is the same thing. You could, I have to add that Charlie likes to keep adding those 7s. So where I just showed you a playing chorus. Without you, my friend. Okay, you could just keep adding those 7s. Okay, so basically it's the same thing. Choose to dress it up whether you want it or not. Then, okay, in Charlie's version, here's another extra thing that goes a little something like... You know, that part. What that is... I'll just do it real slowly so that we won't get to too long of a tutorial, okay? F chord onto a G minor chord. You could use 4 notes as well, just show you that in a bit. Then yeah, so that's the B flat chord. Over to the major 7 and then to an E flat major 7 chord. One more time. Now 4 notes, okay? Okay, remember this part, it's also the outro of his version. Then we go back to Wiz's version, because this instrumental piano part is not in Wiz Khalifa's version. But, oh. So, if you want to play Wiz's version, then note where I say this is in Charlie's version, and just leave that out, okay? Oh is the just the verse. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, that part. Then you have that 2 times. Then 4 regular verses, same rounds, 2 bass verses again, which I just told you is the same thing. In Charlie's version, that carry on part comes back again. Carry on. Okay, that part again, showed you. So moving on. Then we get to the bridge. Basically, what you're gonna do is you wanna go to a C minor chord, to a B flat chord, and to an F chord. So that's C minor. He likes to play this 7 over here. So this is your regular C minor. The 7 is this. Move it over here. If you're not interested in theory, then skip this part and just take these notes. G, B flat, E. Let the light guide your way. Okay? Now, obviously, dress it up if you want to be more pianistic. So, C sharp or C minor 7, B flat to an F. Then again, every memory, same thing. To a G minor 7. Just real quickly, we've seen this chord, so I'm moving on. And every road you take. Now here we go. A little walk down over here is B flat, F over A, regular F chord with an A in the bass. Then a G minor 7 chord, or regular G minor, really doesn't really matter. F to that E flat major 7 kind of. Okay, so your options are either play an E flat with a 9, or play that whole B flat over E flat chord. Then we have another chorus, and now you just move your hand up an octave and play those basses over here. So that should get sort of to a higher version. I use different inversions now as well, right? Because this note is obviously on top. So for the first chord, the G minor 7, D, F, B flat, E flat, B flat. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Yeah, and now actually just add an extra bass over here and do the same thing. So either is the same thing. Is another verse actually. Okay, so we have seen that basic thing. If you want to play Charlie's version, then do this part again, which is actually playing that OIO line, right? Okay, and then that is the outro, and that is the entire song. So now you can play it, hopefully. Just a little bit practice on that intro. The rest is basic stuff. Actually, the Wiz Khalifa version, I would suggest to start with that. Once you have that, try to extend it with more notes. Try to maybe put in those extras that I showed you from Charlie's version. If you want to play Charlie's version in its whole, then I showed you those parts as well. So that's it for now, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then please hit the thumbs up, like it, share it, leave a comment. Get over to my website if you want to get into pop piano. Learn how to play like this, how Charlie approaches the piano as well. His techniques are basic pop piano techniques, reharmonizing, voicing, inversions, patterns. If you want to learn how to play like that, are really interested and motivated, then maybe take a look at my book, my full course, and consider reading or taking that. It's called Hack the Piano. And else, get on my newsletter for something free every week. And then I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.